Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 13 of Season 2 here at Bayer Leverkusen. Hopefully number 13 won't be unlucky for us because we're trying to get some business done in the transfer window today. It's January the 1st. Currently top of the Bundesliga, and we've only the one game to play in the whole month. Of course, in Germany, they take a winter break from domestic football. I'm not sure whether we'll get the whole window done today. We may well do. We'll find out in due course. Of course, we do have a number of potential targets for this window. We don't have the sort of money to go out and buy a number of new players. But what I would like to do, and you guys seem to be on board with the idea as well, is to bring in a top quality central midfielder. Of course, we've lost Lars Bender probably for the rest of the season with a 7-month injury, as we did with Kevin Volland last year. Of course, Volland has now left us. But that leaves us slightly short on quality in the middle. We've got a Kainak, Schulte, Lovardo and Bauer, but they're all 67 or under. Outside of that, I've got Golovin and Aaron Geese. I can use Den Donker at CDM, and I can use Sven Bender at CDM, but obviously Sven I'm trying to sell on as well. So I do very much need a top quality central midfielder. I've added a number of players to the shortlist as per your suggestions from the previous couple of episodes. Apologies about the double upload accident over the weekend. On Sunday, Monday's video ended up going live on Sunday evening. I accidentally put the wrong date on the release on the scheduler. So Monday's video went up Sunday evening. I then, when I found out, I noticed, took it down, re-uploaded it yesterday, and now I'm recording on Monday for Tuesday's video. So apologies about that. Hopefully we can sort something out in this particular episode. Though, like I say, we're looking for a central defensive midfielder. Although I am open to signing a backup wing-back as well if possible. Alex Telles is the most popular suggestion, but he's actually just moved to Besiktas, so I won't be able to sign him. I just wanted to put him on the shortlist though, so that you guys were aware that I'd seen him. Nicolas Serler was an option for centre-back if I wanted to perhaps move Den Donker into the CDM role, and that would be the alternative to bringing in a new central defensive midfielder. But I would like to bring in someone of quality at centre-mid if possible. But Serler is my go-to option at centre-back. Plattenhardt is my backup option at left-back. If I've got enough money left at the end of the window, I will try and sign him from Stuttgart. But the options for central midfield at present are Idrissa Gana Gueye, not the most expensive, but effective in that particular position. And then with the higher quality players like Koke, Mateo Kovacic and Corentin Tolisso. I am open to potentially bringing in Julian Draxler as well. That's the other option, to maybe bring in Draxler instead and then use Julian Brandt as a rotation winger rather than as an out-and-out cam. Although, and I guess I could use Draxler as centre mid as well. You can see there on the right-hand side, left wing cam, left mid and centre mid. He could technically play in that deeper role, although his stand tackle, what is his stand tackle? 61. It's not the worst, actually. We could go for Julian Draxler still. I'm torn at present. What I might do is, it depends. I'll go for Koke, Kovacic and Tolisso first. If I can't get anything done for them, I might go for Idrissa Gana Gueye and Plattenhardt, or Draxler and Plattenhardt. It depends what happens with Sven Bender as well in this window. But that's the situation we find ourselves in right now on the 1st. Now, I'll give it a couple of weeks to see if we can get a sale for Sven Bender through, in which case that would see him leave. Now, Jose Sarr is unsettled and wants to leave. He's not costing me that much in salary, Jose Sarr, so it's like he's put out by the fact that the board are wanting me to move him on or start him on a regular basis, because he's not going to start on a regular basis. He has seen more first team football recently though, so hopefully we can keep that up and turn his morale around. Obviously, Benjamin Henriks is going to stay at the club, as is Kai Havertz. Arsenal offering £36.4 million for the young winger, but he's going absolutely nowhere. At this stage, my younger, higher rated signings or players are all staying at the club because I need the quality and depth for the end of this season and potentially season 3 as well if we do a season 3 here at Leverkusen. But that is what I was needing. A transfer offer for Sven Bender. Now I will negotiate and try and get up towards 15 million for him if I can. I shall propose a new transfer fee. I'll ask for 15 and we'll see if they'll come close to it or even just accept that straight off the bat. No, they've offered 11.6 again. Right. I do want to get as much money for Bender as I possibly can, though. 12.8. We're getting there. I'll ask for 13.5, and hopefully they will accept. Come on, Sam. Accept that. Good lad. Right, £13.5 million for Sven Bender. We should have enough money then for, hopefully, depending on wages, for a top quality centre mid and Platinum Hart as a rotation left back. Hopefully. And a number of you actually as well asking me to... Sam Shrek's come back on loan. A loan offer for Hakimi, which I shall be rejecting. Another transfer offer for Benjamin Henriks as well, which I shall also be rejecting, bless me. And yeah, a number of you saying that I should start to train Alexander Isak, because of course I've been using him a little bit more frequently recently, and he hasn't been that good. But I have been able to isolate where I think he's letting himself down with regards to his ball control and his dribbling. So what I'm going to do is start to train his ball control and his dribbling, and hopefully, his stats aren't necessarily that bad, but he just doesn't feel that good in games. So if I can artificially boost his stats in those areas, especially if he's going to get A's in training, then hopefully it won't be too long before he's actually a really good, consistent go-to player as a rotation spot. But we'll wait and see if Sven Bender sale goes through. He's 75 rated now, Isak. I keep getting offers in for Benjamin Henriks. He's a very popular option. But, of course, he's going nowhere. He's my number one rated right back as things stand. Now, Platinum Hart, if he comes in, won't replace Wendell at left back. But it will mean... there we go, Sven Bender sold. It will mean that I can use Hakimi at right back as my backup, and then have a backup left back so that then Mitchell Weiser can genuinely be used as a backup winger, and I won't have to keep kind of bodging my backline together for alternative games. So £11.5 million has been added to my transfer budget. We've got more scout reports coming in here. This guy looks like he could be okay. Sergio Mendes, 60 to 84. I shall reject though. That's terrible. That is also terrible. 71 to 94, though, is quite low rated to start off with. I'll reject that, and we shall reject that one too. But Sergio Mendes will give another month and see if his potential window narrows a little bit before making a definitive decision. And, well, we'll go one more day to do the extra training session. Another offer. They're all offering £22 million. You'd have thought word would have gotten around that I'm not accepting £22 million, wouldn't you? Anyway, let's have another quick training session, and then I'll start throwing bids in for Koke, for Mateo Kovacic, and for Corentin Tolisso as well. Tolisso might be a good one to go to, or to go for, to weaken our direct opposition, or direct opponent. That being our genuine, actual direct opponent for the league title, Bayern Munich. So perhaps he should be, Corentin Tolisso, our go-to option. He's lower rated than Koke and Kovacic, valued lower as well, although his potential fee is the highest of the three. We can approach Koke directly on a pre-contract, but I'd rather not do that right now. I need someone for this season. So let's go out and try and get Corentin Tolisso. And my budget currently is 77 million. I shall... Actually, are they interested in a player? Who could I throw in potentially here? I mean, I could try and use Jose Sa as a make weight and then just have Weber as my backup. Let's see if they'll accept that. Do you want a goalkeeper? Looking to bring in a midfielder. Okay. Offer other player. We've got Dendoncker, Golovin, Aaron Geese, Bauer. See, I'm looking to bring him in to add to what I've got rather than replace someone that's already in this side. So I shall offer a transfer fee, and we'll offer exactly what his valuation is, 43.5, and we'll see what they want. Oh. Right. Well, we'll give it another week before going back in for Tolisso then. I'm surprised they just rejected that idea straight off the bat. God, 200 grand a week for Mateo Kovacic, that really isn't an option. The only thing is, I can't try and buy Koke this window. The only option it'll give me is to sign him directly on a pre-contract for next season. Now, at this stage, I'm not sure whether we actually will do a season 3. I'm not sure I can afford Kovacic's wages. Let's wait a week. Let's wait a week and try and go in for Tolisso again. And actually prioritise him. It's such a shame that Koke... Oh, release clause met for Niklas Lerm. That would be an extra few £100,000 if it could go in the budget and an extra little bit wage-wise. Really frustrating that I can't just buy Koke at a discounted rate. Nicholas Lerm has broken down his contract talks. Oh look, 22 million. That's a surprise. Offer for Benjamin Henriks. We shall delete that. Right, how long have we been going? Oh, only 10 minutes so far. That's not a problem. We shall continue on. Like I said at the beginning, it is going to be a very heavily transfer-orientated episode. Oh look, Liverpool now. 22 million for Benjamin Henriks. Reject. How many? It's only showing the 3 at the minute, but we've had, what, 7 bids now for Henriks from various different clubs for £22 million. We'll know that we've gone a full week. Oh, Cameroon international management job. No, thank you. We'll know we've gone a week when we get the option to train again, which is now. So we'll go train again, and then we'll try and sign Corin Tantaliso again, and perhaps I shall offer slightly more than £43.5 million. I'm surprised that they didn't just give me a figure that they wanted rather than just straight up walking away and throwing everything in my face. I know his potential and my chief executive's valuation of him is upwards of 65 million, but still, just give me a figure. Don't just walk away from the potential signing. Maybe it's because I'm a direct rival. Let's offer a transfer fee. Actually, just because FIFA's FIFA, maybe in a separate offer. No, they're still looking to bring in a midfield, that's fine. I just thought maybe it'd reset or something because FIFA sometimes just doesn't act as you would expect it would. Let's offer 55 for Corin Tantaliso. 75.5, okay, well, I can't afford, well, I can afford it, but I'd rather not pay that much. How about 60? That would maybe give me enough to bring in Platt and Hart as well if I sold Jose Sarr. They seem to be rather adamant of 75.5 though. Rather not. Rather not. It's offered 64.5. I offered 60 last time, didn't I? I can't remember whether I offered 60 or 65. 69.7. They're coming down. Let's try 66.5. 68.1. We're getting there. Every penny at this stage is crucial. So I bet what they do now. I bet what they say is, oh, we'll give it a little while. No, 66.9. Okay, I'll pay that. I'll pay that. Right, Corin Tantaliso looks like he's going to come in then. He's on 110 grand a week presently. I may have to sell Jose Sarr here, but that isn't a problem because we do have the ability to have the youngster that we're training to fill his role. Right, well, 5 years if possible. Okay, good. I don't want a release clause. That's fine by me. And then wages, please don't ask for too much. Okay, he's not set a figure. I'll offer him 110. And a signing on bonus of 1.2 million, and we'll see what they say. Renegotiate £92,000 a week. He's actually willing to take quite a considerable pay cut. 1.3 signing on bonus is only 150 grand more than I initially offered him, which is like a week's wages. £2.1 million. Let's counter. What I will do is edit the bonus. I could up that to 25 and just lower that to like 1.7. Right, I think we've actually done well there. I'm pleased with that. I am surprised he was willing to take quite such a drop wage-wise, but the deal is done. We have a brand new 85 rated, joint highest rated player at the club, central midfield signing, meaning we now have 4 85 plus rated players in my front 4, which is absolutely superb. And I would still be open to selling Jose Sarr if it meant that we could bring in Platt and Hart as well. So what I will do, Jose Sarr, unfortunately, it's just one of those transfers that sometimes just doesn't work out. Like I don't think his squad role is that high, is it? He's on important. Perhaps I should have. Maybe if I can negotiate another contract with him. If I can get his squad roll down, then maybe we can make him a little bit happier. Rotation. Would you be willing to accept that? Okay, maybe we might be able to keep hold of him then. Although that would then mean that I can't afford to bring in Platt and Hart. So I'm not sure actually. Now I'm torn. Do I sell Jose Sarr now that we could keep him happy, or do I let him go? He's currently on 30. I'll just offer him 31 with no sign-on fee and see what they say. They might just completely reject it. 34 signing on bonus. Okay, well I'll do that, and then maybe we'll still look to. I'll add him to the transfer list. If he goes, he goes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. because I would still like to bring in Plattenhardt, but I currently don't have quite enough money. What have I got in my budget? 8 million. Yeah, I don't have enough right now for Plattenhardt. But we've offered him a new contract. So if he stays, his morale will be higher, hopefully, because he's not expecting so much first team football. And if he leaves, then I'll have the money for Plattenhardt. So it does look like we're going to get the entire window done in today's episode. Another offer of 22 million for Benjamin Henriks. Superb, thank you. Great, wonderful, amazing. Right, advancing further forward, we will play the game against Mainz and probably end the window today then, judging by the way things are going. Release clause played for Nicolas Lerm again. If he rejects the contract again, it'll be the third time that he's done so. Transfer for Jose Sarr. Okay. 15 million. Can I negotiate up towards 20 from you? Maybe. Just in case I need it for the Plattenhardt signing. Although he's got a release clause of like 21. Right, okay. Well, Jose Sarr is going then. Sorry, Jose. It just wasn't meant to be for you here at Leverkusen. We're putting our faith in the youth. We've moved him on, or will be moving him on slightly earlier than planned. We'll go and play Mainz now. Tolisso will make his debut. And then we will go out and try and sign Plattenhardt, who is like one of the go-to German national side left-backs and played a number of times at the World Cup, actually. He is one of the go-to players, so it would be a realistic signing. But let's go and play Mainz. We just beat them in the Deutsche Pokal, so hopefully we can go and do the same again now in the Bundesliga. Rene Adler in goal again for Mainz, as it was in the Cup. 5 at the back again, as it was in the Cup. Lenglet, who now is actually transferred to Barcelona, I believe, in real life. Muto and Babacar up top, formerly of Fiorentina. A couple of new signings in there for FSV Mainz. Let's see if they're better than they were in the Cup. Henriks down the line to Hazard. Inside to Julian Brandt. We're in a good position here. Julian Brandt. Oh, every time I passed it, I thought I'd done too much. So I just concentrated for a moment to ensure that I at least had the opportunity on goal. A lot of power behind Bailey's shot there as he was reaching for it, almost toe poked it. When I turned inside and then passed, thought maybe I'd done a little bit too much and I had to pass again. There's a lot of power on that considering the technique involved, but he's done well enough. Tolisso almost in the way, but we lead by a goal to nil early doors. That's the perfect start. Back to Diawara. Amin into Latza. Into Muto. They're looking for their equaliser. That's into Babacar. Goal. Kuma Babacar in from Fiorentina on the score sheet. 1-1 in the 26th minute. Mainz weren't behind for very long. Really nice move. Good footwork, good movement, good finish as well with the pressure of the defender on his shoulder. They've done well there. Set to Latza. Nice through ball. Good strength shown by Den Donker. That's exactly why we're using him in that centre-back role at present. Tolisso looking to burst forward here. Ball forward to Timo Werner. I need runners. Julian Brandt's going, but not really going anywhere that I can actually find him with a pass. Tolisso, nice first touch. Poor pass from him though. First poor thing he's done all game. Golovin can't get the ball off Babacar. He's very strong to be fair, Kuma Babacar. Den Donker in the way yet again. There's Julian Brandt. Timo Werner can play a crucial part in giving us a 2-1 lead. Had he found the target with that shot, he's pulled it wide of the target. Not good enough. Muto. Inside there to Babacar. Right, that's not gone according to plan. Mainz take the lead 7 minutes into the second half. It's Kuma Babacar again. What a signing he's proving to be for them. Played down there. Good first touch getting past tight. It was that first touch that opened up the opportunity for the shot. And on his left foot this time, he's found the top bins. Right. Now what? Good header by Tar. Korb gives that straight to Bailey. Werner, I need runners. Bailey's gone again. We'll look for him. Here on Bailey. Pull it back. No, it was meant for... Oh, it was meant for Julian Brandt. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. I can't believe I passed that up. Oh, and that's a foul. So even if I do win it back, they're going to get the advantage. Mainz vastly improved in this game from the Cup one. They're playing so much better. I don't know whether Babacar is a signing they've made in this window, or whether he was just injured or unavailable for the game against them in the Deutsche Pokal. I don't remember him playing at the very least. But you know what's ironic is that the other day someone actually commented saying how they felt that my defensive performances were vastly improved in this series. And to be fair, you're not wrong. They have been vastly improved in this series. It just so happens that they're still not actually as good as they need to be. Being better than mediocre still doesn't actually mean that you're that good, evidently. Still Mainz 2, Leverkusen 1 with 15 minutes to go. Time for a substitution. Tolisso intercepts nicely. Brandt just gets that under control. It's not long for the substitutes bench here, Julian Brandt, but he could leave us having a big part to play in our equalising goal. Olivier will knock that down there to Corentin Tolisso. Or to Bailey out his feet. Oh, he's taking it with his right. Use your left, Leon. Use your left. Bailey and Brandt now headed to the bench. Havertz and Mitchell Weiser coming on. Weiser moving out wide right with Paul and Hazard moving now to the central role behind Timo Werner. And I'm going to need something special in the last 10 minutes if I'm to get a win out of this game. I'm going to need something of any kind, whether it's special or not, to get a draw. Out to Amian. Into Lazia. Saved by Kradecki. Just couldn't get anyone close to him by the time he found himself in the box there. Busman to take the corner. That was actually Lazia's last action of the game. Maxime has come on now. Nice header there by Kai Havertz. Get that back there to Mitchell Weiser, who should have the fresh legs and pace to get away. Timo Werner looking to bend away from the defenders that are with him. It's a nice turn. We'll go to Weiser out wide again. I see the man at the back post. Kai Havertz is there. He can't get to the ball. It's going to drop to Torgan Hazard. Oh, good tackle by Diawara as I tried to turn away from him just to find the extra space for the shot. That interception from the former Napoli man might be what denies me the opportunity of a draw in this game. Mitchell Weiser can't get that off Amian Adu. Henrik's trying to close him down. Hopefully we've won it back. Giving it straight away again. Diawara was the one that denied us that opportunity a moment ago. And now he's keeping possession well. He's given the ball away though, but there's the final whistle. It's a defeat against Mainz. From the high of a new record signing to the low of losing in the league and potentially losing our top of the league status. Bayern haven't played yet. They'll probably play on the Sunday and we'll find out momentarily whether they've actually taken over the top of the league again. We may have weakened them with the signing of Tolisso, but we may unfortunately still have to concede our top of the table status. Isak still training well, getting a B in dribble possession there. We are going to end the transfer window today. What are these two emails? Oh, shock. I'll tell you what, Nicolas Lerm just doesn't agree a contract anywhere, does he? Alright, Jose Sarr, sign a contract, leave me so I can bring in Plattenhardt, please. From Stuttgart, who interestingly are our next opponents. And there is confirmation of the sale. Jose Sarr gone, 15.5 million added to my transfer budget, which now has me 23.7 but zero wage budget, so let's do that. We have about 20 million to spend, which will be enough to go out and pick up Plattenhardt. Now he's not going to be a first team left back obviously, but at 80 rated he's still going to be decent. I don't want to pay the full release clause. There's absolutely no point doing that whatsoever when I can probably pick him up for about 13. We shall offer a transfer fee, and 13 will be what I open with, and hopefully they'll just accept that. 15.7, they're not going to go too much higher. I shall counter with 14.2, and hopefully they'll accept that, and indeed they do. Good. No, not Nicolas Serler. Right, Plattenhardt. He'll be a rotation player, but a rotation player of decent quality. I'm going to counter that, and I'm going to say rotation. Now, please accept that. Adamant for important. Okay, I could do with him what I did with Jose Sarr, and later on down the line adjust to a rotation. Well, they want a release clause. I'll counter it with like 30 mil. I mean, no one's going to actually pay 30 mil for Plattenhardt. To be fair, no one's probably going to pay 22.9 either. So I'll have to accept it if I want to sign him. And then salary-wise, they're not giving me any sort of indication as to what they want. He's on 27.5 at the minute, so I'll offer him 35, a signing-on fee of £800,000, and we'll see what they say. What they say is pretty much yes. So Plattenhardt is in. 2 new signings in this window then. Plattenhardt comes in as a rotation wing-back, which is good news. And we also get Corentin Tolisso in, which is very good news. So I'm actually pleased with that window. It's not the most extravagant window we've ever had, but it's hopefully one that will be effective for us pushing forward for the rest of the season, providing I can actually get wins in games like the one against Mainz rather than losing. Let's end the transfer window now, though. 10 hours to go. Biggest dealings so far in this window: Tolisso to buy Leverkusen for 66.9, Sergio Aguero to Real Madrid for 56.9, and Nabil Fekir to Manchester City for 56.8. So some big dealings being done by Manchester City in this window. Nothing major being done by anybody else as of yet on transfer deadline day. We've spent £81.1 million, as you can see there. Mark Brighton to Arsenal is something I didn't think I'd see. Mario Rui from Roma to Tottenham, though, as Tottenham strengthened at left back, as we have as well. Harry Maguire goes out on loan to Sporting Gijón, or Sporting Girona, which is an interesting one. I didn't see that coming. Aseri from Saudi side to Gremio. Transfer for Wendell. I didn't just sign a rotation left back to then sell my first team left back. Thank you very much. Let's see what else happens between now and the end of the window. Nothing. Again, in the Bundesliga, there are very quiet transfer windows. Not much okay. Hang on a minute. Something just happened. Tottenham looking to strengthen again at left back by the looks of things, but I'll be rejecting that. And what just happened? It just jumped by over 100 million, but none of the top 3 deals have been outdone with regards to the size of the transfer fee. Manchester United actually offering less than 22 million for Benjamin Henrichs. Again, I shall be rejecting. He's going nowhere. I'm interested to see where that extra 100 million came from, unless there were just a number of mid-level deals that got done. Again, we've gone up about another 100 million, and nothing major to see. Although Nicholas Gaitan and Miralem Pjanic in at Bayern Munich. Let's have a quick rundown then and see what has happened in this window. Augsburg have signed 2 players and sold Max, the left back that we were previously interested in. You can see on the right hand side, Bayern seal Pjanic for £50.4 million. So it's not high enough to come up on the top deals thing, but it is a very big transfer. They've also signed Nicholas Gaitan. So they've replaced Tolisso with Pjanic. Hertha Berlin have signed Skalak and Hendrick on loan or on freeze, and Kraft and Shelbred have left on loan or on freeze. 2 in at Werder Bremen with 1 going out. Nothing done by Darmstadt. Dortmund have signed Koibashi and Roger. Bruno Cesar in at Hanover. There's really not much done in the Bundesliga, is there? Torino signed Hakim Ziyech, as you can see on the right-hand side. Giovinco has gone to Hoffenheim. Interesting signing. Kofi, Flavio and Fuentes in at Ingolstadt. Abraham and Kavander in at Köln, with Jojic going out. Kalu, not Solomon, in at Leipzig. Still bottom of the table, I believe. We spent £81.8 million and made 31.5 with a net spend of £49.5 million for the window. Dermich and Patrick Herrmann out at Mönchengladbach with no incomings. A little bit of business by Mainz. And evidently Babacar wasn't a signing this window. So he must have already been at the side. But Lenglet was a new signing this window. Villalba in at Nuremberg. Not much done by Schalke at all. Stuttgart's leaving Plattenhardt towards my squad. Pertic and Andre coming in for them. And then Wolfsburg signed Borthwick Jackson, Jorge and Orlando Sarr, and Naku has left. So some big dealings, but not too busy a window. But we've made a big signing. And of course, Sergio Aguero to Real Madrid is quite a considerable signing. This guy is now 16 and able to be called up, Eugenio Vera, but 76 to 90 potential still doesn't fill me with confidence, so I'll leave him in the U squad for now. But tomorrow we will play Stuttgart, and I don't want the Slovenian manager's job, thank you very much. Nicholas Lerm. Oh, sure, look, he won't agree a contract with you, so it's completely pointless. But let's also reject this offer for Wendell from Dortmund. Alright, I will utilise whatever money I have left on extending certain players' contracts. And tomorrow we will play Stuttgart and Bayern, and then have the post-transfer window traditional squad report, and then the episode after that we'll have Bayern again, this time in the Cup, and then Nuremberg and Hoffenheim. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and that's the first time I've ever done an entire transfer window in one video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Drop the video a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. And I'll see you next time.